boy Bobby Beats here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is another film that is an underrated classic, and that is Paid in Full. Now, personally, between you and me, I do not believe this movie is really underrated at all because it always gets its flowers all the time. And the reason why I'm saying that is because among our community and even among those who love crime films, Paid in Full most definitely is praised. I think at the same time, though, much like how Power is a show with series that should get, recognized for being as good as Succession, being as good as some of the best shows out there that people love, like Breaking Bad, The Sopranos. Power should get its recognition there, but I don't believe they really put it there. Certain people do, but a lot of people don't. But it's in that territory, in my opinion. The same way Paid in Full doesn't only belong among Menace to Society, which is a classic, or Belly, which is a classic, Boys in the Hood, which is a classic. Paid in Full, much like those films, belong in the same territory as The Godfather or The Godfather Part 2. Some of the greatest crime films ever made, up there with Goodfellas and everything. So I think that why I'm calling it underrated is because it belongs in those territories, but it doesn't get the praise and accolades like it should, much like Juice, right? Because Juice definitely belongs in that territory too. So with that being said, this is a story about your homie Ace Boogie, Mitch, as well as Alpo, all of them together, based on true events that actually did happen. As a matter of fact, Paid in Full technically was still going on in real time around the time the film released. Now, the film is definitely set during the early 90s, like late 80s, early 90s, and showing you the epidemic. So basically, New Jack City was a reflection of them. These characters that was in Paid in Full was watching New Jack City because New Jack City was like their life. And so they're showing you the story of how it was back then. And I remember, because I came up around that time, I was real young back then, but I saw my cousins and friends and all them that went from having absolutely nothing to having cars and wearing the flyest clothes and, having the speakers, competing with one another, and things were good back then. Don't get it twisted. We all know things get pretty tough, but things were good back then. All everybody wanted to do was play music, go after chicks, eat at cookouts, party. That's all they cared about doing, having money, paying bills, and partying. And so with that being said, the movie really hits home with a lot of us, because if you were in that time, or if you lived around that time, you pretty much related to it. And so with Paid in Full, one of the best movies that ever made, some of the greatest performance, everybody in this film, from Wood Harris to Mekhi Phifer to Cameron, who clearly, all of them did a great job, but his performance as Alpo most definitely stole the show, because I believe Cameron was Alpo. So when it comes down to it, everybody did a great job. Some of the greatest stuff in this film, and some of the toughest stuff, the hardest stuff in the movie, has so many messages in it. Success comes with jealousy. Has messages like, you better watch your family, you better watch your friends, you better watch everybody, So it was a great movie, it was definitely a classic movie. Now, but Paid in Full is a classic. Paid in Full is one of the best movies ever made. Some of the greatest performances. It is definitely a movie that I feel it gets its credit, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it does. But I think it should get more credit than it does. But it's pretty much all I got to say in regards to that. I just want to say to all of you, it's your boy Bobby B series, will say much love, much respect, hold it down, and